Hey Cancer, I hope you guys are doing great. It's Tipsy here to do your general love reading for whenever you come across this message. Let's jump right in and start by pulling some oracle cards to see what the overall energy is that's surrounding this reading for you. And we have full moon in Aquarius, show the world the real you. Let's pull another and see what other messages we have, what other energies are surrounding my Cancer collective. We have choose a new direction. And let's get one last oracle card. Oh, we have let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. So the first message that I just got for you Cancer collective was step out into the world. Like step out into the spotlight. So it feels as though there has been, I think in your experience, you've been on this path for a little while, right? When it comes to romantic relationships. And there's something about that path that has been incredibly not satisfying for you. It almost feels, and I can't remember which other sign got this, but it almost feels as though you are dimming your light or you are flexing just a little bit. You're stretching yourself just a little bit too thin. Like you're bending yourself out of shape to make others feel comfortable. It feels as though you are sort of lowering your standards when it comes to relationships. Like you let things slide a little bit too much. I don't think you recognize how worthy you are of someone who's respectful, someone who values you, someone who treats you the way that you should be treated, somebody who treats you the way that you deserve. And it feels like the energy that's surrounding you now is that you're sort of coming out of that place and you're moving differently. The expectations are different. And if this hasn't happened, it feels as though this is a process that is coming soon towards you. And it might be a situation where your friends are being supportive, where they may have a little bit of a come to Jesus moment, a little lemon squeeze, whatever you choose to call it, where they're like, what are you doing? You deserve so much more, Cancer, than what you've been accepting. And so it feels as though there's a shift happening in your romantic relationships where you are sort of standing in your full power, where there are boundaries being enforced, and that you are no longer in a place of accepting anything less than what it is you truly want. So it feels as though you're being very supported in this journey by the people around you. So that's a good thing. It feels like a very transformative energy. So let's jump into some tarot and see what else is going on with you. See what details we can get. Let's start with your current energy. Current energy for my Pisces. For my Cancer collective. We have the 10 of Inspiration. For your person, and I don't feel that this is somebody who's currently in your space, we have the 3 of Pentacles, or the 3 of Materials. For challenges, obstacles, and what's currently hidden, we have the 6 of Voices. For advice from Spirit, wow, we have the 9 of Inspiration. We have the Knight of Voices in return, and we also have in reverse, and we have the 8 of Emotions. And for your potential outcome, let's see what we have for the potential outcome from a Cancer collective. We have the 2 of Voices in reverse. So let's see if we can clarify these messages a little bit further. Starting again with your current energy. Oh, we have the Hermit and we have the 9 of Swords. For your person's energy, what's going on with Cancer's person? We have the 3 of Wands and we have the Stars in reverse. Challenges, obstacles, and what's currently hidden. We have the Page of Cups. For advice from Spirit, we have the Queen of Swords. And for your potential outcome, Ooh, we have the Emperor. Okay, so let's jump right into this, Cancer. So looking at your current energy, we have the Ten of Wands, we have the Hermit, and we have the Nine of Swords. This feels a lot like a person who has been stressed, who has been absolutely stressed. But the 10 cards are completion, right? They're sort of the ending of a cycle or situation and the start of something new. So with the Ten of Wands, this feels like you sort of laying down a burden. And it feels as though you've been going through this very quietly. There's been a lot of stress associated with what you've experienced before. And I think that largely you've kind of kept it to yourself, that you haven't, necessarily confided a lot in your friends. You haven't really leaned on them in any heavy way. Maybe it's like, hey, let's go get a drink. Let's just kick it or whatever. But it doesn't feel like it's been like super in-depth conversations. Like, you know what? I'm struggling. Like, I need a friend. I need a hug. I need something like that. It feels as though this is something that you've been going through sort of by yourself up through this point. Now, looking at your person, and again, I don't think that this is somebody who's even on your radar right now, but there's this someone out there where their energy, they have the Three of Pentacles, they have the Three of Wands, and they have the Stars in reverse. So they're not particularly content with where they are in terms of romance in their life right now either. But this person is looking forward to partnership. They're looking forward to building with someone else, but they're sort of waiting, right? They're waiting for the right moment. They're waiting for the right opportunity. The Three of Wands is someone who's waiting for their ships to come in. So they're just kind of quietly doing them. They're keeping their eyes open for possibilities. And I think that for you all, it's a matter of timing before you all cross paths. But it doesn't feel like this person's attached. It doesn't feel as though they're in a hurry. They're literally waiting for you. They're waiting for you. So challenges, obstacles, and what's currently hidden from you. We have the Six of Voices, or the Six of Swords in traditional tarot, and we have the Knight of Cups. So what you don't see right now, and I think might also be a bit of a challenge for you, is that you are moving towards calmer waters. You really are. You're moving out of this rough space that was so stressful, so burdensome. And you are moving forward to something that is a lot calmer, a lot more emotionally fulfilling. And you're going to see that sort of manifested in this little offer that's waiting for you from this person who's literally just waiting for you. And so it feels as though once you sort of get through this energy, right? And you start looking at relationships a little differently, maybe through a new set of eyes, a set of eyes that are a little bit wiser because of what they've seen and been through, that you are going to operate a little bit differently. Your perception's going to be a little bit different. And that's when this will come in for you. Once you start moving out of this energy into something more positive, less stressful, more calm. So looking at the advice from Spirit, we have the Nine of Inspiration, or the Nine of Wands. We have the Knight of Swords in reverse. We have the Eight of Emotions, or the Eight of Cups. And we also have the Queen of Swords. Or actually, no, this is not the Queen of Swords. This is the Empress. My bad. This is the Empress. So looking at what Spirit is saying, there are a couple of messages in here, right? So we have the Eight of Emotions, or the Eight of Cups, and that's typically representative of walking away from something or walking towards something else. And Spirit is saying, yep, now's the time to come out of this energy. It's time to leave this behind. And this is not something that you should necessarily waffle on. There's no reason to go back. The Knight of Swords is someone who's very flighty, very in and out, very indecisive. The energy is all over the place. And Spirit is saying, nope, get focused, get clear. It's time to walk away. And when you do that, as you walk away from this energy and into this new offer, this is like, Spirit saying, this is not the time for you to give up. Like, all things are still possible when it comes to relationships. But make sure that the next go round, you stand in this energy, right? Where you are very clear, you are very solid. You have your boundaries intact, where you are absolutely certain of what it is that you want, what it is that you expect out of another person, that you are not afraid to verbalize that, and you're not afraid to walk away if you don't get what it is that you're looking for from that other person. So Spirit is saying, be very clear. Make sure that you establish your boundaries early. And so what we have for the potential outcome for you, we have the Two of Voices, or the Two of Swords in reverse. And we also have the Emperor. So this is a very nice energy, right? Because it's sort of two parts for your potential outcome. The first is that it feels as though you're going to make the decision, right? There's no more back and forth. There's no more overthinking. You're coming out of this energy and choosing to move forward in a new way. And so this might be a situation where you sort of, again, lean on your friends for counsel, for advice, to just sort of get things off of your chest. But there's also the very distinct possibility that your friends may put you in a position to meet this person who is ready to come towards you with an offer, who's been waiting for someone like you. So we also see the Emperor coming in. And I think this is sort of twofold, right? The Emperor is somebody who's very solid, very stable, very self-assured, very confident. And so I think that that's not only you, right, from moving in this new direction, embracing this new energy, but I also feel like this is your person who is going to come in matching your vibrations. They're coming in matching your new mindset because they've been patient. They haven't needed to rush or just jump out there for any old body. They haven't found what they're looking for yet until they come across you. And they're going to put themselves out there. They're going to give you an offer because you all are going to be on the same wavelength. Like, you are going to be energetically aligned. You're standing in your full strength, and so are they. So let's grab one last oracle card for you and see what final message Spirit has. Final message for my Cancer collective. All right. And we have priorities. You understand the paramount importance of manifesting love in all situations. So, now you may not be so much in manifesting mode, but I think that what you are doing is giving thought to what it is that you want out of a relationship. You are setting your priorities. And when you do that, you're better able to set your boundaries so that you make sure you don't accept anything that you don't want. You are putting yourself first. You are putting your needs and your wants first. And you're not going to go against those for anybody, for any reason. And this person that's coming in is like, okay, all right, bet. I got you. You got a checklist? Let's go down. I'm everything you're looking for. So this feels positive. I know that it may be a little bit stressful now trying to come out of this energy, but I think that when you do, you're going to be so much better on the other side of it. You're going to be stronger. You're going to be smarter. You're still going to be a little bit open, but understanding that there are boundaries that you're putting in place. So, Cancer, I'm going to leave it there. I hope that this was helpful and I hope that it resonated. If it did, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. In the meanwhile, stay safe, stay healthy, and I am sending you all huge hugs.